Did y'all see the Love is Blind season 7 reunion trailer? The part where Ashley said, who has a better insight on what's going on, social media or me? Social media, bitch, because you sleep next to a motherfucking liar every single night. So you guys have to keep in mind that when the reunion aired, the mother of Tyler's children, Bri, had not released her set of videos telling her side of the story yet. So there is a chance that the children being conceived naturally and Tyler being on the birth certificate and being there since birth and living with Bri and all of that information, it's possible that Ashley did not know that yet. But as of October 28th, 2024, she definitely knows that because the videos are out. Now, what was out at the time the reunion filmed was the fact that Tyler was an active father. There were the photos of him with the children and the grandmother's statement. Now, the grandmother had come forward and posted all of the pictures of Tyler with the children, said that he was a deadbeat, said that he hadn't been around in a year. She was also in comments saying that they lived together, that the twins were named after him, had his last name and weren't on the birth certificate. And the photos of him being there at the birth were out. So that information was out. So Ashley should have been privy to it. From my understanding, if you watched my reunion spoiler video, a little birdie told me that at the reunion, he is going to double down on his lie. He's going to say that these children belong to a friend of his and that the only reason that there's pictures of him circulating around with the kids is because he did step up and become active in their life. It's not made clear if he says he became active as a friend, an uncle, a father, but that's going to be his excuse for why there are pictures. He is not going to be pressed on the fact that he's on their birth certificate, that they were conceived naturally, because Bri had not released her statement yet. So it really is unclear if at the time of the reunion, Ashley knew any of this information because he still doubles down on the lie, which is not the truth. So when she says who has better insight, you or social media, girl, us. We do, because the information is literally coming from his family. It's literally coming from the horse's mouth. Like, you think we believe Tyler? You think we believe Tyler? I think you're the only person left in the world, Ashley, that believes Tyler, because we saw him lie to you on camera. She is going to say at the reunion, allegedly, a little bird told me that she is going to say that they had the conversation off camera and that Tyler never lied to her, even though we've seen him lie to her on camera. So what conversation did you guys have off camera where he didn't lie to you, but then he lied to you on camera? Be fucking for real. It's giving that Ashley knows that this man abandoned his children and she doesn't give a fuck. I really didn't want to believe that, but that is what it's giving. And there is nothing worse than a man who does not take care of his children. And if you are supporting a man abandoning 3 young children who ask about him every single day, who call him dad, who are looking for him, searching for him, and you support that, you're trash. I'm sorry. And what do you think is going to happen when you have children? Do you think it's going to be any different? I think we all wanted to believe that Ashley was being manipulated and being lied to, and she didn't know the whole truth, and that she found out the whole truth with the rest of us. But she definitely knows the truth now, because all sides are out, everybody's story's out. And if she continues to stick beside a man who abandoned his children, she's unfortunately gonna go down right along with him. And then did y'all see this dipshit's comment talking about the entitlement of reality TV viewers is outrageous? Coming from a man who went on reality TV, lied about his children's existence, and then mad that the family came out and told the truth, and then we are just talking about it. But if you was getting brand deals and if we loved you, then we would be entitled to know the truth. Then it's oh, I shared my life with you guys, so it's I owe you all an explanation. But because we hate your bitch ass, it's oh, y'all are so entitled. Just like you thought you was entitled to them brand deals, which you will no longer be getting, by the way. Netflix might as well stop trying to save Ashley and Tyler's motherfucking sorry ass narrative, because don't nobody give a motherfucking fuck. We will not be supporting their union, and them brand deals is as gone as all the motherfucking jobs Tyler had.
Hey you guys, I'm back with another video. I just came from work and there has been really a lot on my mind when it comes to basically all the tea with Tyler. And I just had thoughts be put into my mind when I saw this fellow girl, this fellow amazing TikTok creator, story time with Ricky. Basically, she was posting how so story time with Ricky on her TikTok, I would say just yesterday, which she shocked me, but I think that story time with Ricky is literally the legit reason why I'm happy most of the time, because literally her content is fire, and she literally be dropping tea so much, and her tea just makes my life. I don't know what to say, but her TikTok tea makes my life. Like, maybe that's a little bit obsessive, but I'm a big fan of creators, and that's just that. Just like how I could be a fan of like one of you guys as my fans. I don't know. But anyway, so Storytime with Ricky made a reaction video basically to Ashley from the Love is Blind season, saying that like who has more information, me or social media? And she was basically like, making a rant about this. And then Storytime with Ricky captured a comment that Tyler made. I'm going to put Storytime with Ricky's TikTok on this video so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. And I'm going to put the credit to Storytime with Ricky, so go follow her page. But Storytime with Ricky, she found Tyler commenting that it's so crazy how like reality TV viewers are so entitled to like basically their own opinions. And I just have so much to say on that, simply because of the fact that like, okay, I honestly, like, simply because of the fact that, like, I am with Tyler on all this alleged tea, and I am not with Tyler. Like, I'm with Tyler, and I'm not with Tyler. But first, I'm going to be talking about why I am with Tyler, and then afterwards, I'm going to be talking about why I'm not with Tyler. The reason why I'm with Tyler is simply because of the fact that it's just like, okay, it's like we're watching Love is Blind season 7. It's in Washington, D.C. We see that like these two beautiful couples, like they get married, especially Ashley and Tyler. And of course, Ashley and Tyler's wedding was like kind of just like very awkward to everyone. I think also another TikTok creator was saying that like Ashley and Tyler's wedding was like very awkward to people, which I mean, to me, like it was a little bit awkward. I'm just like, with what has been coming out and with what have been people brainwashing me literally with all this information, I'm just like, I'm going to be a really big supporter, but I'm also going to be on the back of my mind, like, there was just this tea that just came out, so you never know. But the reason why Tyler isn't and is a villain to me is for multiple reasons. But the reason why Tyler isn't really a villain to me, because it's just like, okay, so like, for like the past two seasons, season 5 and season 6 of Love is Blind, we have been talking about how like we need black love, like the black people better not get played, like we don't ever see black love. We see a lot of black people getting hurt, whatever like that. When we were watching last season of season 6, we literally like we were all complaining that it's like how like, oh yeah, like all these men don't care for women, there's no love, there's no Brett and Tiffany, there's like season 5, season 6, we didn't get a married black couple. And literally we were complaining how this is the worst season for season 5, which to me, I love season 5. Season 5 was like one of my top favorite seasons, along with season 6 and season 1. But anyways, we were all complaining basically how like, oh, like we never get black love, like we are never able to see black couples like eventually like be able to get married. And everyone was just like, yeah, like all the black women get put on this show. Netflix left to show black trauma. So we are literally spending like months and days complaining about how like this TV show is fake, we don't see real genuine love, and we basically don't see like a lot of black couples like getting married like these past 2 seasons recently. So then now when we finally get a black couple for like this DC season, it's like, okay, yeah, like we are so happy with like Ashley and Tyler. Like everyone's like, I love Ashley and Tyler. Ashley and Tyler are my favorite. And then eventually it comes down to a point where it's just like all this tea is being spilled out about Tyler, and it's just like now we're just hoping that Ashley says no at the altar. But then it's like when this couple works through the whole kid situation, it's like we are kind of disappointed that like Ashley and Tyler got married as a black couple. And I'm just like, why? For me, I don't get how like we were literally like last season how we were just complaining about how like we saw no black love, and then now this season is like we finally got to see black love, and it's like we have to use social media to look at this couple as a negative and be like, Tyler is a player, Tyler is a deadbeat broke guy, Tyler is this, Tyler is that. Why can't we just be happy for this couple? Like, why can't we just be like, we finally got a married black couple? Can I see some comments supporting Tyler and Ashley? Can we at least accept the fact that like Tyler and Ashley got married? Like we finally got a married black couple for these, after watching these past season. And I'm just like, so you guys really complain about like how this show has no love, how like only one couple makes it to the altar. I mean, one couple gets married at the altar, two makes it to the altar, but then one couple gets married. We be complaining about how like basically how like there's just no black love, like it's just not real. There's no Cameron and Lauren, but it's like when Ashley and Tyler get married, we can't even be happy with them. And I'm just like, why do we have to be upset with them? Like, I honestly just don't get it. And like with what has been going around on social media, I'm just like, can we just let them work through the situation? And it's almost as if that like Ashley is now a villain for basically sticking beside Tyler and wanting to work through this marriage. Because I even saw another creator basically saying that like, see, if I was like in my 30s, I would also kind of be desperate for a marriage as well. Like I wouldn't want to like, you know, just, I don't have the time to just like drop people like flies anymore. Like I want to actually work through a dating relationship and actually find marriage, because I want to start a family. Like it's like a lot of people in this country want marriage to want, it's like a lot of people in this country, they want marriage to be their goal. Marriage is their main priority in life. Dating is their main priority in life. And it's like when it's like when you go through literally one tiny, like one situation, and it could be even the first situation like you encounter, like what Tim did and like dropped Alex like a fly. It's like, okay, finally, like as a couple, like we go through a problem and it's just like we just drop them. It's like for example, if you're like dating in real life and it's like just guy after guy after guy, you cannot keep a relationship for at least a year. It's like guy after guy after guy, you break up with them after 1 to 6 months. It's kind of just like, and it's like, okay, if it's your first relationship, okay, then that's different. But if it's like every single relationship, you are basically like dropping, like you are basically breaking up with guys from left and right. Maybe that's a you problem. I feel like that maybe Ashley has been through that, where like she didn't have time for like all these guys, and like I don't know where she's from, but in like the DMV, she didn't have time for these guys in like the DMV to like just keep on playing in her face. And so now when she goes on the Love Show and she sees another problem, she is super desperate for marriage, and she's like, you know what, I'm going to work through this. I am determined to be married, because she wants to break the generational curse in her family. And I even saw another YouTube creator say that like if sometimes breaking the generational curse in your family can sometimes lead you to like burnout, rejection, then eventually like failure. Sometimes God could just make you feel uncomfortable until you leave that goal of breaking that generational curse. But in my defense, I feel like that if Ashley is really determined to work through this marriage and get married, then let them be. Like, why do we have to just put a negative outlet on them? And I'm just like, okay, and I even saw somebody else be like, oh, like, hold on. Sorry, I got a message. But anyways, I even saw somebody say like, oh, Tyler and Ashley are trying to be the next Serena and Cordell and get all these brand deals and sponsorships. And it's just like, are we jealous like that they're going to be getting brand deals and sponsorships if they stay married? Like, are we jealous? Oh my God, what the fuck? Literally, which I'm going to watch actually Love Island Australia. So be on the look out for that. I may recap it. I don't know, but I think I'm going to recap it because I actually love Love Island. Like, but anyways, yeah, like Ashley and Tyler filmed October of 2020. And this is my defense to them. Like, this is me defending them. And I'm going to like be against them as well. But anyways, Tyler and Ashley, they filmed in October of 2023. And Love Island USA season 6 filmed and was airing at the same time, summer of 2024. Therefore, Ashley and Tyler did not know about Serena and Cordell. Maybe there is a chance that Ashley and Tyler are trying to look like Serena and Cordell after this reunion. They're probably trying to maybe stay married so that they could make it seem like that they're like the beauty black couple, like they're the Brett and Tiffany, so they can maybe get their followers, maybe. But I'm just like, not, this shows are like there's like a 80% chance, there's like a 90% chance that like Ashley and Tyler, like, they didn't even know about Serena and Cordell when they were filming. So it's like, okay, they were authentic, like, during the show, but maybe when they filmed the reunion, they were probably trying to act like Serena and Cordell and stay married at the reunion. We don't know, but I was like, a lot of people were saying, like, yeah, like, they're trying to be like Serena and Cordell. So I mean, like, okay, I could see where they're coming from in that sense, but also at the end of the day, it's just like, we don't really know their full story. And when Ashley does say who has more information, me or social media, I think sometimes you have to take into consideration that, like, you do not know what happens behind the scenes. So therefore, sometimes these castmates do have more information. It's like when there's like a relationship scandal in like college and high school, and there's like a breakup in like college and high school, and you hear about it, or you hear that like somebody's pregnant in high school or college. The only people who will know the full truth about themselves of what happened is going to be them. Sometimes people could tell you like the half truth or the half lie. You never know. But I feel like I think Ashley is right when she says that, like, who has more information, me or social media? And I think it's her from an extent, because, and even I think Tyler is right. Like, I only owe Ashley an explanation, because with the whole sperm donor babies and stuff like that, it's like, I mean, if he doesn't want to tell, like, who really wants to splur out all their business to the public and be like, yeah, like, this is me, this is what happened, because he's afraid that people could judge him easily. The only person that he deserves to tell is Ashley, and if Ashley's okay with it, then so be it that they're happy together privately. And I'm just like, maybe they're trying to be happy privately, and they're not really trying to feed into social media, because to me, it seems like that Ashley and Tyler, they're not big social media people when it comes to reality TV, unlike Tim, who's throwing mad shade at Alexandra for like the sleeping in situation on his Instagram stories. I think he's crashing out on Instagram stories. And then you also have Steven, who announced that he made it to 6,000 followers when like the episodes, when it was like the second week of episodes airing. So it's like, compared to other castmates, Ashley and Tyler do not care about what the media thinks about them. Like, Ashley is handling this so well. Like, she's been posting TikToks about like other things. Like, if people were really feeding into this, like, it's like the people on this show who feed into like drama, they want to give the tea. And they're big social media people. Like, they're using their social media to an advantage. Now, people who like don't really ask a lot of questions, don't have people asking questions about the show, or people who just like are just quiet and they say to themselves and they're like humble, they don't give a damn about social media. Like, I'm telling you, Ashley and Tyler they don't care about social media. Like, they don't care about social media. I mean, yes, like, Ashley can now, get like a brand, and like, she could create a brand and be an influencer just like Tyler. But at the end of the day, it's just like, I don't think Ashley really cares about the media. Like, she knows the media is fake. And I'm like, if like for someone who like has two opinions on social media, I feel like that sometimes people who don't care about the social media and they go on a reality show, they were using that reality show for love. They weren't using that reality show for fame. And it's like, even in season 5 of Love is Blind, you could tell like there's a difference, because it's like the past 2 seasons, people were using this for fame. Like, there was, I remember when I was watching Jessie Woo's podcast, and she was like asking the girls like, oh, so like, would you guys, were you guys actually here for love, or were you here to like be famous? And then one girl was like, I mean, before I came on the show, like, I could actually see myself going on here for fame and finding love. So it's like, some people will be here for fame, and some people don't give 2 fucks about like social media. Like, I don't know, like, if it was like me in a situation, if I was in Ashley's situation, I would be feeding into the social media. I would be like answering like the questions and stuff like that respectfully. But like, it's like Ashley and it's like people are trying to say like Ashley is gullible, Ashley is delusional, Ashley is dumb, like Ashley's a Lulu. I even had a friend on TikTok saying like Ashley was the Lulu, but it's just like, she's not the Lulu. It's like, she's not fitting into the social media drama that's happening with Tyler and the 3 kids. Like, Ashley seems like she's like a girl who has a backbone. Like, the way how she defended that person in the comments that called Tyler a deadbeat, a broke daddy, deadbeat, something like that. Like, the way how she has been defending comments and stuff like that, it just shows that like, she does not need validation from anyone when it comes to her marriage on the show. She doesn't need validation from anyone when it comes to her being on Love is Blind. And I think it's like there's a difference. People who need validation on Love is Blind, they turn to social media. They literally will beg the media to stop hating on them. They will literally cry and like talk about the hate that they're getting. And they will make memes about the hate that they're getting. But then a person like Ashley, she knows she has her self-worth, and it's like, okay, like, she's gonna trust, and like, all she needs to focus on at the end of the day is her husband, not the media. Like, I feel like that she doesn't care about the media at all. And I'm like, she's handling it very well. Like, it just shows like she is not sensitive to you guys. So it's like, no matter how much tea you guys put out, and like, yes, you guys, some people might be making money from this by like spreading out all this tea, she is not going to care. She is not going to be, she's going to be herself. She's going to be the person who she is. She's going to be the person who she presents herself to be. It's just like, at the end of the day, let Ashley take care of herself. And it's like, people are like, Ashley is one of those people who doesn't listen to herself. Ashley is one of those people who literally like will just like not listen to a friend when they tell you what to do or something like that. And it's just like, Ashley wants to love herself for who she is. She don't need advice from the media. It's like, she doesn't need any advice from the media. Like, this social media stuff to her is dead. Like, it's just dead to her. It's just like, who cares? Like, and it's like, that shows that like Ashley really was here for love, and Ashley has a lot going for her. Because she, like, even Tyler, I feel that Tyler didn't come on the show for clout anymore, because it's just like he's not feeding into this. I don't see him really feed into this at all. Like, I don't see it. Maybe like his dad speaking like yesterday, but it's like, I don't see Ashley and Tyler feeding into this together. And maybe they have to keep very quiet because they're still married, but it's just like, the only way how I could be surprised from all this information, from all this from all these court documents that I saw against Tyler, and like the eviction that I saw against Tyler, and like the death that I saw against Tyler, if now Ashley changes her mind, and if what Ashley said on that interview was how she feels now, which is like a negative light on Tyler, and if like Ashley does a Sabrina and Steven, and gets Ashley and Tyler does a Steven and Sabrina from, Love is Blind UK, which kind of shocked me. And they're gonna null and divorcement, basically. Like, that's the only way I could be surprised and be like, wow, so I'm actually the dumb one. I was actually kind of wrong. But I'm just like, I don't think it's a big deal over some kids. I think it's a big deal about like also the finances with Tyler, because people were saying that like Ashley can't even be a homeowner if like Tyler owes all this money, which to me is actually very sad. See, if I can't even be a homeowner because this guy owes us money, I would either try to pay it off back as soon as possible, or I legit would have to like divorce you. Like, I'm divorcing you. But I'm just like, I don't even think that the debt that Tyler owes is even true. But I'm just like, if it was true, I think Ashley would have had common sense to kind of just leave. I don't know. This whole thing is confusing, but I'm just like, I mean, I know personally, if I was in a situation, like, the only way how I would stay if it was just about the kids. If it's like, oh, he owes a lot of money, then I have to break up with you, because it's just like, it's not gonna work unless I have that too, and it's like, okay, we're working through this together, or it's like, I make a lot of money already, and I know that what my outcome is gonna be when it comes to like how much I make in brand deals. Then I'll be like, okay, you know what, we could work through this. But I'm just like, if it's gonna affect us from buying a house and like for like months, and I want to buy a house at some point, it's like, forget you. Like, I'm gonna drop you I'm gonna drop you dead, because it's just like you're not I have to rely on myself. And I'm like, okay, like, the prenup is fine, maybe I'll get a prenup, but it's like, I don't know, like, to me, I still think that Ashley should break up with Tyler, because I'm just like, if the debt that Tyler is in is actually true, I think it's best if Ashley leaves to save herself financially, because she literally will be able to rely on herself. And she doesn't need to be a part of somebody's financial mess. It's going to just hinder her. This is where I go to say that Tyler also should not be entitled to feeling upset at Ashley, and Tyler should not feel entitled to feeling upset at viewers when they have an opinion about their relationship. So my thing is just that if you can't take the heat, then do not go into the heat. It's like, if you can't take a joke, don't tell a joke to anybody. Or if you can't take a negative comment, don't be treated the way how you want to be treated. So my thing is just okay, we have, I think, so when Tyler said that reality TV viewers are entitled to people's life or something, or entitled to people's information, I feel like that. I honestly feel like that. I feel like that is kind of wrong, and I feel like that at this point, I feel like that I feel like that at this point, we are entitled to having an opinion on Ashley and Tyler's relationship. I feel like that people are still entitled to tell Ashley to stand up, because it's just like, you guys came on a reality show where you're literally showing yourself to millions of people. You are literally giving millions of people the opportunity to be like, hey, like, look at my life, look at the bad person I am. You're literally giving people the luxury of seeing your life. It's like your life is no longer private, and that goes to show that it's like, okay, if Tyler can't take the heat of what people are saying about like this relationship, especially when it comes to the finances, it's just like, then why did you accept to go on Love Is Blind then? I'm just like, okay, if you didn't want to, like, you know, be if you didn't want to, like, you know, get all this negative heat, maybe you should have thought about that twice instead of like jumping into the dating show when you know that like you might get judged by like millions of people. I'm just like, a lot of people don't understand that like you are literally giving people the permission to view you in a negative light. Like, there are trolls on the internet, and if you cannot take trolls on the internet, you shouldn't go on a show like Love Is Blind. You guys have seen past seasons where like people have literally been grilled, like from season 1, season 2, Shane was grilled, season 3, SK was grilled, you have Bartiz who was grilled. So it's like you're giving people a permission to bully you, and it's just like, if you don't want to be judged by the public, if you want your life to be peaceful and quiet, don't go on a reality show. And just like, if you're a quiet person who focuses on your career, you just want to be seen in like a positive life, and you're an introvert, don't go on a TV show. And it's just like, okay, like now you've never got this much hate in your life, and it's like especially for people who have been bullied in school, you are literally going to a position where like you're being bullied again. Like, you are reliving those years of when you were bullied in high school. And it's just like, if Tyler did not want to get all this heat that he is getting from all these viewers, and now he's kind of just like lashing out on people in the comments and like that, I mean, blocking, and then Ashley and Tyler blocking Storytime with Ricky, it's just like, y'all should have never went on like, of course we're gonna say stuff if you're going on a popular reality. Just like Pop the Balloon, a lot of people will be like, oh, like, you know, I got on Pop the Balloon, and people were like saying nasty comments to me. It's just like, if you don't, and it's like, do you guys not know that like when you go on TV shows, like you have like a 50% chance of like getting judged by the public. You have a 50% chance of getting judged by trolls. Like, you have a 50% chance of like literally letting everybody know your personal life, potentially being stalked, people getting into your family's business, your siblings' business. It's like a lot you have to kind of consider and take into consideration. Like, it's like a lot like where you have to think about like, okay, if I go on this reality show, will my family look at me differently? Will the public look at me differently? Like, what is gonna happen? Like, what are people gonna say? Are people gonna find out? It's kind of just like, you know, you kind of have to play it ear by ear. Like, I'm just like, it's almost like you're adding another extra layer to life. But I'm like, if you're a person that can take the heat, and you could take people sending you you could take people, like, you know, if you could take the hate, and like you're a person who's just super strong mentally, then go for it. Because it's just like, you could still become popular by being a villain and still get the brand deals. There has been multiple villains on this show, on this Love Is Blind franchise, who have literally been a villain, and they have gotten brand deals still. Like, they've gotten brand deals. They have been collabing with people. They have been, you know, doing sponsorships. So it's just like, it's kind of like a win-win. But it's like, if you're so sensitive in life, and like you're just worried about strangers kind of like tearing you apart, don't go on a reality show. Like, don't go on a reality show, because it's like, people literally could like spin the block on you. I mean, just like say the most nastiest, most negative things to you. Like, it's kind of crazy. And it's like, you have to kind of think twice. Like, do I really want that for myself? Do I really want that for my life? Like, do I really want to be judged? I'm just like, if you're a type of person that like just like wants to, like, if you're like a 9-to-5 person, you're a 9-to-5 girly, and like you don't want to really like become an influencer, don't go on TV. Because I'm like, what if your job sees you on national television? Then what if they fire you? Like, they're like, I don't like the way how you acted on television. Like, it could literally happen. Like, it could literally happen. So it's like, you kind of like, I feel like that as viewers, we are entitled to have an opinion on like you and Ashley's relationship, because it's just like you guys literally put yourself out there where everyone can see your personal business. And even Ricky was saying that like if people viewed you in a positive way and we were saying all these positive things to you, then you would be saying like, oh yeah, I was sharing my life, I was sharing a part of my life, I was sharing this part of relationships. So it's just like, okay, so when people have opinions, like when people have critical opinions, it's like, why are you silent now? Why are you angry now? It's like you kind of just have to kind of just like expect what you put out. You put your whole effort to get on the show. What's going to come back to you is either a villain edit or a hero edit. Because also, do people not know that like producers could literally like portray you, because it's literally for the show's sake. It's for the TV's sake. It's for the TV's sake. Financially, like Vanessa and Lachey, they want to make a bit. Nick and Vanessa Lachey, they want to make a business at the end of the day. Like it's their literally business. So it's like sometimes businesses are harsh towards people, towards customers. They're expensive. Like it comes to like if you were gonna invest into a business, then you kind of have to expect that like they could do anything to you if you want, if like that you want. It's almost like if you're working for a business, you have to follow their rules. Just like if you apply to go on a reality show and like you're working with a franchise, you kind of have to like follow the rules and stuff like that. It's just kind of just like you kind of just have to like do. It's like when Matthew from last season was speaking on a podcast and he was like, yeah, like producers were telling us like we couldn't go to the bathroom, or like if we leave we'll be portrayed in a negative light. If we do this, like we're gonna like, you know, be a villain. If we do that, like we could be a villain. It's like that is for the show's sake. Like listen to us producers, like we're trying to like make TV, we're trying to make television. That's why last season Love is Blind was so popular, and season 1, because they're trying to make television. And I just go to say, it's just like we are entitled to viewing your relationship. I'm just like, if you don't want us judging your relationship, we would have never called you out on like your flaws if you had never like applied to the show. It's like don't step into a slippery slope in life, or don't decide to go to a party in the hood. It's like if you have a bunch of friends that like they want to go to a party and it's like you don't feel like going outside but you want to go outside for the sake of going outside, you're getting yourself into like a lot of mess. It's like if you don't want to be a mess or be a part of mess in your life, if you want to have like a clean life, a careful life, don't put yourself in mess. Do not set yourself up. And I mean, I know people are like, oh, like I didn't even know like this season would go viral. I didn't know I would be getting so much hate. We're on season 7 of Love is Blind. We are going to like, have you not seen people getting grilled on season 1? People getting grilled on season 2, season 3, season 4. Like, didn't you not see the past 6 seasons? I'm just like, when you were applying for the show, I think season 4 had to have been airing, and maybe season 3. So it's kind of just like, I think maybe this guy had applied to the show like 2022, like you had villains from season 1, you had villains from season 2, and did you not see like what people go through this show? I'm just like, so did you not see how messy this show was? I'm just like, so either Tyler did not see the show, or he didn't see the show and now he's just like, why am I getting all this hate and this is probably new to him? Then that's where I will give him grace. But I'm just like, if you saw the show, you probably should have considered like, oh my god, what if I get the same hate that like these people are getting hate? What if I get the same hate that Shane was getting? What if I get the same amount of hate that Shake was getting from season 2? What if I get the same amount of hate that Jessica was getting, or like the same amount of hate that like I don't even like Amber? Like you kind of have to put into consideration that like people are gonna get hate and like heat on them no matter what. Like no matter what, I feel like that like sometimes at the end of the day, it's like it comes down to like, it's like, what are you gonna really accept in life? And it's just like sometimes you can't even control. Like if you're a person that can like ghost and post, then it's just like, okay, then like go for anything. But it's just like, if you are a person that is just so sensitive and just cannot take the heat, you cannot take all these like negative comments, then it's just like, don't put yourself out there. Like don't apply to like TV shows. And like that's a big lesson. Like that is a big lesson for people alone. It's like I used to have like an account where like I would make a lot of memes, and like I would just post lots of memes. Like when I was 16, I would have an account where I would post lots of like TikTok memes and stuff like that. and and it was like very controversial to the point where like I was getting hate comments and stuff like that on my TikTok page. It's just like, it's the same thing with like what you post. Like, be careful with what you post. Like, if you like post something that's like out of the ordinary on purpose with like the wrong intentions, expect to get some hate, like expect to get some heat. And it's just like, now you can't be really entitled to like, oh, why are people giving me all these hate comments? Because it's just like, at the end of the day, like, it's just like, you decided to put yourself out there. Like, nobody told you to make this TikTok video. Nobody told you to do this. It's just like, then just have to accept it and like just take it with grace and like just let it go by. Let the negative fame shimmer down until like you kind of grow an audience. Like, yes, you grow an audience eventually, but and you get the brand, you get a lot of opportunities, but it's just like, you kind of just have to like, also, it comes with a cost. It comes with a cost. So it's just like the cost is that like when your show is first airing, you're gonna get hate before you get brand deals. You're gonna get hate before you get the sponsorships, and it's just like, you're gonna get the positive. You're gonna get the positive after you get the hate. Like, it is what it is. So it's just like, you just kind of just have to take it with a grain of salt at the end of the day. But yeah, that's what I just had to say on like this whole Ashley and Tyler tea that is still going on. The reunion is today. I can't wait to see the reunion. I'm going to recap the reunion as well. And like, I'm going to have my opinions on that as well. But make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and I will see you on my next video.
In the trailer for the Love is Blind reunion, Ashley says, who has better insight on what's going on, social media or me? Which a lot of people are saying social media because, girl, some people have defended her, saying that maybe she's posing this question to Tyler, but based on the direction that she's facing, I don't think so. Like, this is Tyler's shoulder, he's on this side, and she's like facing where Nick and Vanessa would be. Also, based on the comments that she's left responding to people, trying to get her to stand up after all the stories came out about Tyler's baby mama, shows that she is sticking with her man. But girly, there are multiple women coming out with their stories and court documents to prove it. There is photo evidence that Tyler clearly had more involvement with his kids than he said. For her logic to make sense, all of these women have to be liars, and Tyler has already proved multiple times that he can lie when he didn't tell her that he had kids and when he said that they didn't know what he looked like. Now, where's the proof that these women are liars? They also show Tyler saying, I don't owe anyone an explanation but Ashley. Okay, sure, but if you really had an explanation that made sense, why wouldn't you just say so everyone would shut up? That seems like it would be a lot easier for your girl Ashley, because then she wouldn't have to look like a fool defending you for no reason. But really, it's kind of just giving you don't have an explanation that really makes sense. Let me know what you guys think.